Hi. Man, it's been a while, huh? Yeah, I got addicted to crack cocaine for a while there. Anyways, I'm back with a better microphone and better animations. Look at me go. I still haven't really figured out what to do with my channel, so I'll just do whatever I want right now. Anyways, what's the game plan for today? One word. Ketchup. We all know what it is. But what is it? I'm sure most of you have heard of the discussion whether ketchup is a smoothie. If not, or you forgot about it, let me explain. The whole argument is based on the fact that tomatoes are scientifically classified as fruits, and fruits blended up into a liquid are a smoothie. Sounds reasonable, but we're still gonna go over that in a bit with more details. Today, we're gonna answer these three questions. How does ketchup get made? Is ketchup a smoothie? And if it is, what else can ketchup be? And trust me, it's gonna get weird. Alright, topic number 1. The most basic ketchup consists of tomatoes, either canned or as paste, vinegar, sugar, and spices. The ingredients just get mixed, that's kind of it. Usually it gets cooked to give it more flavor, but that's actually not necessary. And some 5-minute DIY homemade ketchup recipes you have to try at home or I'll kill your entire family and then myself, just blend everything in a mixer. So it's fruits, sweeteners, spices, and some liquid, thrown together and either cooked or blended. Keep that in mind. Let's get to question number 2. Is it a smoothie? And honestly, the definition is admittedly a bit wonky here. It has to be at least one fruit and some liquid base, since fruits only would be called a puree. Wikipedia, Webster's Dictionary, and even Oxford Dictionary claim that the base has to necessarily be some form of dairy, like milk, yogurt, ice cream, or whatever. On the other hand, every single person watching would call berries blended with some ice, or oranges blended with some carrot juice, a smoothie. This is a smoothie, this is a smoothie, and this is a smoothie. And isn't language really about how we use it? In my humble opinion, I think these definitions just haven't been updated to modern usage. That's why I will allow any liquid, like ice, juice, water, to count as a base. It would be dishonest to say that dairy is a deal breaker, since vegan smoothies are a thing. Shout out to the German Wikipedia for being so progressive, by the way. With all of that said, is ketchup a smoothie? Simple answer, yes. It's fruits, a base, and spices blended into a creamy substance. Cooking isn't technically necessary, so you can sip on a nice cold and creamy tomato smoothie next time you're at Burger King. Well, now what did I mean with what else could ketchup be? So, did you want to order something, or... Let's go over some different directions we can go. Jam, jelly, marmalade, or however you want to call it, is another interesting case. And actually everyone seems to agree that the definition is simply fruits, sugar, and optionally additional spices cooked until homogeneous and soft. Ketchup falls right into that definition, and is therefore jam and or jelly. The FDA, or Food and Drug Agency, actually confirms this by straight up saying that tomatoes are viable fruit options, and spices or preservatives are fully allowed. So, another win for ketchup. This one's very open to interpretation, since salsa literally just means sauce in Spanish, and concrete definitions vary a lot. Some say it has to be spicy, even though mild variants exist. Some say it has to be chunky, even though smooth salsa exists. Some say it has to be part of a Mexican dish to qualify as salsa, which doesn't make any sense. So honestly, pick your own opinion and you're probably right. Well, there is obviously tomato soup, and looking at a bunch of recipes, the main difference between ketchup and tomato soup is the added sugar and vinegar and the blending when it's done cooking. I would say ketchup doesn't qualify as traditional tomato soup, but I think it does qualify as soup. I mean, yes, you also eat it cold, but in my opinion, cold soup is still soup. If you disagree, then gazpacho might be another contender for you, since it's basically cold soup. Its most basic and closest to ketchup form is tomatoes, spices, oil and vinegar, pureed, with some raw veggies sprinkled in. So, unsweet ketchup with additional vegetables. This means that ketchup isn't gazpacho, but I think it is a gazpacho base. If you sprinkle some bell peppers in, I would give you a yes. This might be new for you. Chutney is typically an Indian dish that varies a lot. To answer the question whether ketchup qualifies as chutney, I'll simply read the Cambridge Dictionary definition. A mixture containing fruit, spices, sugar, and vinegar eaten cold. Nah, not liquid enough, sorry. If you watered it down a bit, I might consider, but we're not doing half science here. Yes. Last but not least, I have to include this one for the sake of completion. You might have seen this picture floating around where some dude claims that since ketchup doesn't have any carbonation, it classifies as a sports drink like Powerade, Gatorade, and so on. This is unfortunately not true, as it's missing the right viscosity, concentration, and electrolytes. Still a fun thought though. Alright, we're through. I hope you enjoyed some philosophy about a topic that's very close to my heart. I wonder when politicians will finally stop talking about climate change and war and instead focus on the really important topics, like, is the ocean a big soup? Why did my wife and kids leave me? Or if your waiter at a restaurant doesn't come back, are you the waiter? I guess I'll see you next time. Maybe it won't even take me this long again. Maybe. Alright, I better get going before your parents come back, Jimmy. Love you, bye.